What's up, y'all? It's your girl China Lovelace, and today we are in the studio with my homeboy, super producer. He does a songwriting. He's an artist, St. Louis's finest producer. I love you, Vega.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you for having me. You know what? I love when you have a friend you can hit up like, look, I see you doing your big things all over the SoundCloud, the music, the Spotify, the new albums. And I'm just like, I need to talk to you. And you was like, come on.
And I just want to say I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity due to the fact that you are the very, very, very first podcast interview, whatever the situation is, I've ever done.
Okay, I'm lucky number one. So everybody see this. I started this wave. I built this.
Right. So when we at the Grammys, we're going to be like, you know what? I was on All Is Relevant, Yeah.
Period. Because, if it's relevant, it's here. Now, you're a St. Louis native. And I wanted to know, how did you even get your start in the music industry? Before we get into everybody that you work with, the girlies, Blakeiana, Lebra Jolie, Akon, Jeezy, some heavy hitters. How did your start in the industry start?
In the industry or in the music in general?
Both.
Well, I started doing music due to the fact I grew up in church. When you in church all day, I used to go to church 4 or 5 days a week because it's my family's church. So when you a kid, you bored in there, you start just playing on the instruments. Drums, piano, everything. And then my older brother was a great musician and songwriter, producer as well. So I just followed up on his footsteps and just took it from there.
Okay, so what instrument got your heart forever?
The piano, yeah. The piano, the heart of melody. Melody is everything to me. So if you even listen to any of my music, my beats, it's always just a good melody, something you can remember, everything. So yeah.
Okay. So what made you feel like outside of the church, like you knew people were gonna vibe to everything that you were doing, musically?
Honestly, I didn't know. I was just a kid, just doing it so young. I started making beats when I was like 12, and then when I was making beats, I was around just a bunch of older people, and they never really listened to any of my ideas. But until I got good, then when I got good, it was like them oh, this is the new generation. So I had a new fresh sound. So it just started like that.
Okay. Now, I met you here in LA. How long have you been in LA?
It's my 10th year.
Okay. Oh, he a bad one out here.
How long you been here?
I've only been in LA. This is going on my 5th year. So I feel like a newbie. Gotcha. When I think 10, I feel like very seasoned, know the lay of the land. Sure. Do you feel like you had to be out of St. Louis to be successful in music?
Definitely so. In the time frame that I came. You definitely had to lead a city due to the fact that I love my city, but it's not necessarily a lot of gateways for you can't just bump into Chris Brown in St. Louis. Yeah, all type of things like that. So yeah, I just had to go into a bigger market and be able to, expand.
Okay. We're going to come back to St. Louis. St. Louis is popping right now. But we're going to come back because I want to know more about...
It always has been popping. Just to let everybody know this. St. Louis has always been St. Louis. Mm-hmm. Do not forget we had Nelly. Do not forget Miles Davis, Maya Angelou. Do not forget Chuck Berry. Do not forget Ike Turner. St. Louis has always been a musical hub, just a creative hub in general. So, yeah.
Okay, Chingy, it's a lot. We're going to come back to it.
It's too many, yeah.
We're going to come back to it. When you first, you said you've been making music for a long time. What was one of the first records that you knew was going to be a hit and it was a hit?
From me?
Yeah.
Honestly, when I got my first shot, my first real industry shot was when I had a chance to meet Jeezy. That was my very first situation I've ever been in. That was my very first time ever getting on an airplane, everything. And I had a chance to play some beats for him in the studio. And it was crazy because I probably played 30 beats. And he gave me this poker face, like he wasn't moving at all. And then I was like, damn, am I not? I know this shit fire. I'm sorry, can I cuss?
It's okay, it's YouTube.
I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah, I know it's fire. So the very last beat I played, he was like, oh yeah, that's the one. And it just went from there.
Okay. And for the ones that are just becoming introduced to you, what was that song?
That song didn't come out.
Okay.
That song in general. So everything, I did maybe a whole, I was probably with Jeezy probably 2.5, 3 years. Okay. And some legal type of things happened and all that music that we did was just yeah, due to the legal. Okay. reasons that I can't speak upon.
Okay. We don't want to get tied up in no legal drama, so it's fine. But working with Jeezy for 2 to 3 years, what was that experience like? Because Jeezy, that's a heavy hitter.
No, it was. It was definitely a heavy situation due to the fact that, and all the artists that came with it, that was surrounding him, that would come to the studio around us, and like we would fly to New York and work with certain artists. It was overwhelming for me, overwhelming with excitement, because it was like, yo, these are all people I listen to on the radio, on wherever, and I'm in front of these people, and it was just, it was very exciting.
Okay.
It also let me know, like, I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm ready.
Yeah. Period. Timing is everything, right?
It is. Timing is definitely everything.
I love that. Now, not only have you worked with Jeezy, I know you worked with other artists such as Akon and Maxwell. Talk about those experiences and give me maybe like one lesson that you learned from those artists.
I'm gonna say Maxwell. So Maxwell and Jeezy, we did a record. Crazy thing is, I did the beat in my living room. Then I flew to Atlanta. This is before I had moved to Atlanta. So I was going back and forth to Atlanta every single weekend. They was flying me back and forth until they moved me out there. And
come on, get you a place.
Yeah. Crazy thing is, before all of that happened, I had a job too. So I would only be able to leave on weekends. I was working for Enterprise Rental Car.
Oh my gosh, I used to work from Enterprise. Got fired. Hated it.
I was working for Enterprise. Nobody never knew anything. He would call me while I was at work. It was crazy. It was a crazy world. But anyway,
was you a management trainee?
No, I was not a management trainee. That was only for people who went to like super college.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't go to university.
Okay.
Got you. Yeah,
no
but
worries.
I was a fleet assistant.
Okay.
But then I became a fleet assistant manager.
Oh, okay. So you had all the cars. Okay, yeah. I need you to make sure they have the vehicles we need.
Right. So anyways, this one time I made this beat and I ended up going back to Atlanta, and he was like, "Yo, I think Maxwell would be dope on this." And I was like, "Wow, okay." So then we ended up flying to New York that Saturday. I got there Friday. We left that Saturday. We was only in New York for 24 hours. We recorded the song. The biggest lesson I learned is opportunity is everything. It was such a 24-hour and I was able to live in the moment. That was the lesson, like, and just understand and not take for granted the moment and all the gems and everything that was happening in the rooms. And yeah, it was just a great time.
Okay. What was some of the gems that was in the room? Because I can just only imagine, like, you got Maxwell, you got Jeezy. Like, what?
It was more so creative techniques on certain ways to do things. Like this was my first time I have ever seen somebody record in a control room. Okay. So the control, you know what the control room is? The control room.
Yeah, because on the other side of the booth, it's like, okay, I need to turn me up.
Yeah. That's the booth behind us, and then we in the control room. So I seen Maxwell, like, instead of like, why? So what happened was he brought his band in to play on top of the beat. So while his band is playing, he gets a mic like this and goes into the computer and starts humming out the ideas, because he's at the point to say, I don't want to forget none of this. So you just lay everything down and you put it together after that. And yeah, that was a great technique.
Yeah. I want to jump into the songwriting process, because there are artists as well. How do you kind of like separate, like, okay, this is for somebody else rather than this is for me, or, these are my thoughts, but how can you make it adapt to another artist?
I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of artists that I do work with usually take the personal songs that I write, because it's just I just write from a personal standpoint, and some people may be like, I like the record just in general, because as you notice, some of the biggest songs are like the most personal, and it feels like they're talking directly to you. Like Drake is like magnificent at that. Like, he talks directly to you, make you feel like that. So it's like, when it's in those type of moments, I think people just love like feeling like, oh, I feel like this too. So yeah, when you write from a personal standpoint, that's when people usually like it more.
I feel you, because I'd be like, ooh, I'm not even heartbroken right now, but this is a lying man. He did have me messed up. So I can feel you.
It's a moment for that, for sure. And then a lot of times when I do songwrite for other people, I'm in the studio with them. So they kind of give me certain things or whatever it is they going through, and we just kind of go from there.
Okay. Do you have any like crazy stories when it comes to songwriting? Because I know you hear about the bad side, like, oh, I did this, I didn't get my credit, or they didn't split it right with me. Like, have you ever been in like a tough situation, like where you needed to speak up, maybe didn't?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't want to say the song.
Oh yeah, you don't have to.
But yeah, I actually wrote like a lot of part of the verse. I did the production or some of the production, but I did it with like bigger producers. So it was more so of a payout for me to be like, yo, we can't split the record. And I was younger, so I kind of didn't understand. And it was like, oh yeah, we're not gonna give you no credit, but we're gonna give you some money, all this and everything. Not knowing that in the long run, you could have just kept the upfront money. I would have took the publishing where I get paid the rest of my life from. So yeah, but I was young. It was a younger situation. And I was just glad to be a part of it. Yeah.
So what kind of things do you do now to kind of set yourself up for like, no, I don't need the money. I need the publishing. Like,
I have a team. I have a great team. I have a great team who are not yes men. They're very honest with me, and they're gonna tell me either it's a yes or a no. Honestly speaking, because they just let me worry about the creative. So I got a lawyer, I got a manager, I got one of my managers is a director of A&R at Atlantic 300. So she sees the ins and outs of everything all the time. Shouts out to Brooke. Yeah, shouts out to Brooke Holiday.
shout out to Brooke. You know, women, the boss girlies, they be doing their big one.
Yeah, for sure. She put me in a lot of situations. Shout out to my management. Yeah, shouts out to Aaron Watson. He's my guru. Yeah, shouts out to my brother Brad Young. I just got a lot of great people around me.
I think it's good because like when you're saying the names, I could just see like it's radiating like the happiness, like you know your team is solid. So I really love that because you know like the industry could be shady, and so you have to have people that has your best interest in heart. So when you were putting up this team, like I think like let's go back to maybe like 10 years ago. I don't know if you had the same team or if you had an established team, but what do you recognize in yourself like from your decision making abilities like from then?
I think more so I understand a lot more, and I'm able to make decisions with them now. You know what I'm saying? To say like, oh yeah, I think this is a good opportunity due to the fact that this and that can come from that. So they super business and super industry, and I'm creative and I'm becoming business. So it's like it's made me stronger and it's given me a lot more opportunities as well.
Period. We love opportunity now. Now, speaking of opportunities, you haven't only just worked with amazing artists, but I know that you also had some of your music featured on television, like Prison Break. So how did that opportunity come about?
That was the first one. That was the first. I got a long list of music on movies, television, all that and everything. When that came about, crazy thing was when I first moved to LA, that came about. Those type of opportunities come about in LA. Like I said, I was working for, so I went to school to be an electrician, right? So I was working for, you ever heard of Habitat for Humanity?
Yes.
All right, so I was working for Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity like takes donations. So I was at the donation site that day, and this guy came in with like just a bunch of CDs and records and all this. And I was like, yo, man, you do music or something? He was like, no, I have a music library. And he kind of explained to me what that was. He was like, yeah, we put music into movies, television, all that. And I was like, yo, I would love to send you some of my music. And he's like, you're another one of those music people, I guess. And he was like, all right, whatever. He kind of blew me off. And I sent him the music while I was at work. And literally maybe like 2-3 hours later, I was getting off work. He called me. He was like, I'm sorry. I said, who is this, first of all? And he told me, he was like, this is Bob. He was like, bro, I'm sorry for not believing. He said, this is incredible. And it just went from there. And we just started doing business.
Okay. So what other, and again, opportunities come, you be at the right place at the right time. So that's amazing. But from that I'm sure that opened more doors to go. And you said you worked on some other like TV and film, right? So let the people know, brag on yourself. We need to know what's the list.
The list is crazy. The list is, I had a commercial on the Super Bowl, had a commercial during the Grammys. I actually got, it's on my page. I got placed on The Simpsons. I did the whole trailer for a movie, the music. It's so much. It's too much. But those are like my big things that I've done in TV. Yeah, TV and film.
See, I'm learning stuff too. I'm like, dang, friend, I didn't know you did all that.
For sure. Keeps the lights on.
I ain't mad at it. I'm like, look, put me on the background. I could do a little one too.
No, that's real.
I want to go to, we still in March. We got a few more days. It is Women's History Month. So I got a couple categories. So who are some women that you would like to collaborate with? For you, ILuvYouVega as an artist, On the songwriting tip, either another female songwriter or a artist that you will want to write a song for. And who do you want to make a beat for that you haven't worked with?
I got three of them.
Okay.
These are all like very solid three. I'm gonna say Yeba. I'm gonna say Billie Eilish. Sade, of course. Sade is my favorite artist ever. It's so many. I've always been a fan of Lauryn Hill too. Always been a fan of Lauryn Hill due to the fact that I think I'm not opposed. I'm not mad at how women are represented now in music, but I think we missing that factor, the X factor. No pun intended.
Okay, so what about on the songwriting side? Like, who is a woman that you would want to, like, another female songwriter
that I would want to collab with?
Yes.
Billie Eilish. Okay. Yeah, Billie Eilish is cause her. If you listen, do you listen to Billie Eilish?
I just know birds of a feather. I only know that one.
That's all you need to know. the song, like I just want to make music that lasts forever. And when I listen to her songwriting, it's like, yeah, this is songs like, you know how like you be in certain places and they play those like alternative rock songs, you know them forever. Yeah. That's how her music is. So yeah.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. A lot of people like Billie Eilish, and it's like I would be surprised. Like, you listen to Billie Eilish?
Yeah, I like Snow Allegra too.
Yeah, Snow is fire.
It's so many of them. Alina Baraz, Snow Allegra. This is also this other artist I'm working with now. Her name is Maya Lee. She's like really, really good. She's Vietnamese. She's really good though.
Okay. Now, before we get into the artists that you work with, I just want to keep it right here on the production and the songwriting side. So, like, walk us through your typical production process, like from the idea to like when you get in the studio.
It all starts in the studio, honestly, or I might grab some inspiration from the day. How it comes about is I come in the studio and I just may see how I'm feeling that day. I might just go on YouTube and just play a bunch of stuff. I might look at some conspiracy theory stuff. I might watch a movie in the studio, and then I start getting to work. I got a studio in my house too, so I got the leisure time to do all that. And I might just get on the keyboard, just playing melodies, all this, or I might like find a loop or something, and I just build off of that. And usually once I start to build off of it, I have some type of idea and concept that I'm gonna make the song about or whatever. So yeah.
Okay. And what are the elements of a song, like when you're writing a song, that have to be included? Because some people feel like you don't need to have a bridge. You do. So, like, what are the elements that you always have to have when you're writing a song?
I think you need a catchy hook. Okay. A catchy hook. A bridge, you might not need a bridge. It just depends on what's going on in the record. But a catchy hook is everything because I'm all about like what's being said. Mm-hmm. No matter how grungy, no matter how sexy, no matter how loving, heartbreak, whatever it is, but how can we say this in a manner to where when people hear this and be like, wow, that's an impressive record. So yeah.
Okay. Now, speaking of impressive records, you worked with a lot of people, and so as of lately, that's my man, Blakeiana. Like, I love that. And you know what? If you get this message to her, I know the song is been out. She's still in the field. I'm still having it in rotation.
So you still tapped in with Blake?
I'm still tapped in. She needs, shout out to Blakeiana. Yeah. I need you to come up on here, sis, when you come to LA. But she needed to get Saucy Santana and Young Miami on that remix.
You haven't heard it?
No, wait, you dropping some tea? You telling me some tea? Cause what's going on?
She does have Santana on the song.
So where's that?
I don't know why they haven't put it out yet, but she does have a version with him on it.
Yes, and at Young Miami, I see they be kicking it, kikiing together because that song. There was something posted on the Shade Room, and they used that song, and everybody was going crazy. And I seen even Young Miami and Saucy Santana, like they were playing it and showing her that love. Yeah. So I know that's the St. Louis connection, but I'm pretty sure is it a little deeper than that? Like how you guys came together to work on that record?
We first met due to the fact, like you said, the St. Louis connection, and then she got signed to a record label I was close and working very closely with, and we just put us together, and we just kind of went from there. Because I'm kind of like I would say I am the woman whisperer, the female artist whisperer. So I get a chance for them to to just be themselves around me. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no creepiness, no anything like that. We just here to be creative. I want you to know I respect you as a creative as much as you respect me as a creative. So let's just be that. And they usually just open up. So yeah, that's kind of how I met Blake.
Okay.
Just through a mutual connection.
Okay. And you're on the new Lebra Jolie album, Better Than Yesterday. I heard you on. I'm like, okay. Yeah, shout out to her. I just spoke with her a couple weeks ago. She's super sweet. Love what you guys did on I-8. The beat was so crazy.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. And you were on a skit before Girl Math. So just tell me about how you guys came up with those two songs, the beats, and your connection working with Lebra Jolie.
Crazy. Me and Lebra have been working for probably like 6-7 years now. We've probably been working together 6-7 years. We started off working, and she ended up getting a record deal off one of the songs we did that went viral. But to speed it up to now, we was in Houston for a month. We probably did like 15, 20 songs or something like that. And we presented all the songs we did, and those two songs were the most stuck out songs. Just out of 20 songs, everybody was like, yeah, these two. And yeah, that's just how it came about. Yeah.
You said how many was 30 songs?
We probably did like 20 songs.
20 songs. So
Like a month.
dang, okay, that's a lot. So when it comes to like you as an artist, and you as a songwriter and a producer, like when you're working with people, do you ever feel like, okay, you're not giving enough, or you have to like kind of like pull it out of people?
Sure.
So how do you like navigate that?
That's why all 20 of those songs didn't come out. Cause it's like, maybe we weren't in the right mood that day, or it's just cool, or production just cool, the words are cool, better than the production better than the words. So easily to just get somebody out of that, you gotta go. Like nowadays, I see in like the music now that the music is not cared about enough. Yeah. So I go into like sometimes when I work with certain artists, they just do like the first pass and be like, that's the song, and I'll be like, that ain't the song. That ain't. What are we talking about? What are we even talking about on the song? Like what's like I said, I tell artists all the time, this is your chance. This is your chance to have a mic for the world to listen to you. Mm-hmm. Don't you want to say something meaningful? Don't you want to say something powerful? Even don't you want to make them feel some type of way so they can keep coming back to you? That's the whole idea of this. So yeah.
Okay, because I can feel like when it comes to like rap and stuff, like you gotta have a good beat, but the bars gotta hit too. And then like, how do you feel about just AI? Because that's something that's like coming into the industry. We got AI artists, just AI music. People can't get enough of the AI graphics. I'm sick of some of these AIs. Yeah. But how do you feel like? Do you feel like, I don't feel like you got anything to worry about, but just what are your thoughts?
I feel like it's another tool.
Okay.
It's just like plugins. Okay, so I'm gonna break. You know what a plugin is, right? I'm gonna break it down.
Fruit Loop? I don't know.
No. So a plugin is like something that enhances your voice. Okay. So it's basically just a tool. So it's like if I use AI, I might play something and say, yo, I want this play in horns. So it'd be a piano, but I want it to change to horns, and I just put it in AI and it gives it to me instead of just going to pay somebody. So it's more so convenience. Okay. That's all it is. Like. Okay. When the drive-thru was made, they said, you know what? You ain't got to get out the car. We're going to give you the food while you're in your car. So it's just all about convenience. That's all it is.
But do you feel like it should be AI artists on Billboard and things like that?
Is it, though?
Well, I don't know what the girl name was, but she had everybody up in arms, Kehlani, and everybody was speaking out about her.
I know that situation personally, though.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? Do you feel like it's a cheat code, like they should be reaching success, or get your money, sis, or what? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the situation is a get your money type of situation, and also it's still a creative situation because the individual who is behind that, she actually like writes everything. So in order for the AI to perform, you have to prompt it to say do something. So you can't just say, I don't know. You gotta make it do something. Like as if anything in this world, you gotta make it do something. So she still's creative in the creative process and all that. I think it's more so they saying like, but you're not singing though. And it's like, I mean, yeah, but Beyonce don't write her music and she just sings. What's the argument on that? She ain't writing the lyrics. So what's the argument?
Well, we can't put Beyonce on it now.
No, but I'm saying it's the same give and take. It's the same. It's just like if she wrote the song and gave it to somebody and they sang it.
Okay.
Like, what's the problem with that?
So let me ask you this: do you feel like now anybody can make music? Hell, I done made 2 songs, and off camera you can hear them because I don't want y'all to see whatever he say because he does music for real. But do you feel like you need to really have talent in order to become a star? Or do you feel like, okay, I could kind of work with this person?
That's a great question. It's a very great question. Yeah, you need some talent to be, because it depends on what your definition of a star is. Now, people can be popular from music due to the fact they had a popular song, but what is the longevity of a popular song? Can you do another one? Can you do another one? Can you do another one? So it's just, yeah, you gotta have talent. You gotta be, and also another talent that people don't speak about is actually being coachable. That's a talent within itself to say, all right, you want me to sing it like this? I trust you. I'm gonna sing it like this, and once you sing it like that, it sounds exactly what you was instructed to do. So yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about being coachable and how that is really important in any industry. But have you ever worked with an artist that was just not coachable, wouldn't take your direction, your feedback, that you was like, I'm not gonna work with them again?
Too many. I ain't even gotta elaborate. Too many. Way too many that think they know it, and now they at home somewhere.
Think they bigger than the program.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm not telling you this because I want control over the situation. I'm telling you this because I'm brought in to produce. I'm brought in to help. I'm brought in to, you know what I'm saying? That's my job. So yeah. And I think it's like your insight is just as worth as much as just mine. So if you say, well, I think we should do this, then we're going to try that. So yeah, I'm just a person in the studio. I try anything because it's just a creative space.
I feel you on that one. Now we're going to take it back to St. Louis. I heard that y'all got the best Chinese food, best fried rice. Is that accurate?
I'm gonna say our fried rice better than the people in China's. That's what I'm gonna say, cause it's just a delicacy. It's like a staple for us. I don't know how it became that, when it became that, but when I go home, the very first thing I do when I get off the plane, I go get some mildly fried rice. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't been to St. Louis in a couple years. I got some family from Poplar Bluff. So when I know it's still what's to say, Missouri. Well, it's not too far. Is it far?
Poplar Bluff like 2.5 hours.
Oh well, I've been out there. Our family reunion was in St. Louis.
Poplar Bluff?
No, it was in St. Louis.
Oh, got you. How long ago was this?
I had just graduated college. This was in 2012.
Okay.
So I'm overdue for a trip to go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you try the rice?
No, I didn't get a chance.
What did you eat while you was there?
Whatever was at the family reunion. Yeah, probably like some barbecue or something.
I mean, we do got good barbecue too, though. So your people from St. Louis?
My mom is from Indiana. My dad is from Louisiana. My mom went from Indiana to St. Louis and then to California, to East Oakland.
Got you. Yeah. And what part of Indiana?
South Bend.
She's from South Bend. So that's like 3 hours away from us. Yeah, it ain't bad. Yeah.
So I got love for the Midwest.
Yeah, it ain't bad at all. No, for sure.
Speaking of St. Louis, we talked about it and I told you we was gonna come back to it. Of course, Nelly, Chingy, and the other greats that came before them that you named earlier. But what do you think about the current sound? I love Sexy Red. We have Blakeiana. I'm sure there's other people that you're gonna hip us to. But how do you feel like St. Louis is getting the respect that they deserve?
Honestly, I love it still because one of the biggest artists of this, past 2-3 years she's from St. Louis. And I think more so she's big because of course she makes like that type of moment of music, but also she's a character. She's somebody you can dress up as on Halloween, or somebody you can act like. So like that resonates more because if you think about all the like superstars just throughout the whole industry and just everything, and you think about the biggest ones like Snoop Dogg is still Snoop Dogg because it's like you know what I'm saying, like those type of people. And I think that's what she is. She's gonna be around forever. Even after she stopped rapping, she might have a cooking show, or she might have a show or somewhere. It's like, yeah. Yeah, so definitely, yeah, Sexy Red is definitely holding it down. Blakeiana, Ryan Trey is? Okay, well, he from St. Louis too. Jordan Ward, the guy who made $1 Million Baby beat, he from St. Louis. It's a lot of people that's doing something really big from St. Louis. Yeah.
Now we're gonna get into your personal artistry. I want to ask you. You did a little bit of a rebrand because you were Vega Heartbreak, and now you're I Love You Vega. What made you feel like you needed to change your name and kind of like rebrand as an artist?
I mean, I matured, and I got older, and I realized I understand. I'm a big like energy person. I understand what type of energy comes behind the word heartbreak, and I didn't want to be associated with that. So I'm a love, positivity. I'm just good energy. So that's what I wanted to put out. And my tag says I love you, Vegas. So why not just be that? Why not? So yeah, that was the rebrand.
Okay, and just going back to the maturity, talk about your growth from when you first started doing music to now.
Well, my growth came a lot from experiences, and it also came a lot from just new things that I learned. And it also came from being around people who are just as good as you. Like the growth you understand from that is like, whoa, I gotta be better, because it makes you, it like ignites some type of competitive spirit in you. Like, yo, I just want to be better, and yeah, that's where my growth came from.
What is something that you do that makes you better as a person?
I smile a lot more. I smile a lot more, and it becomes radiant to others, and I just speak positivity into others. I think that's what helps me a lot as well, because the energy you put out is the energy you're gonna reciprocate. So yeah.
Well, I'm loving the positive energy. I got to get in your business a little bit more though. So you've worked with so many artists, like, but what are you working on currently right now?
Currently, I am, force production wise,
Everything: production, artistry, songwriting. Give us all the tea.
Currently, I am working on another movie. I did the music for. It was a movie that's just put out that just won in Cannes. Is it Cannes or Cannes? Cannes. It won Best Indie Film and I did the music for it.
Congrats.
It's called American Clay, and it's not out, but it has, like, I can send you the link. It's pretty good. I'm the artist I'm working with Roddy Ricch right now, and some other undisclosed artists, but that's just the most recent one I'm working with right now.
Do we ever think that I'm asking for myself because you have so much knowledge that you can give into an artist. Do you feel like you would ever get into like an A&R bag?
Definitely. I think I'm pretty good at finding talent. I think I'm pretty good at finding like the right talent or the right person for the right situation. I think so, yeah. Okay. That's one of the things I actually want to do. But I want to be, I mean, I'm already proven to myself, but I know the accolades you got to show to be like, for people to just be like, I believe it, which is dumb, but it's like, yeah. Yeah.
So what are those accolades that you're trying to obtain?
I need a Grammy, I need an Emmy, I need an Oscar. I want to be an actor too.
Okay, you got the look now.
I actually auditioned for a Avengers commercial. One of my mom's friends, or my mom's a nurse, or she's a retired nurse, but she was taking care of his mom, and he was like one of the producers on Avengers. So yeah, shouts out to my dog. He let me audition. I didn't get it, but he said I was pretty good. So maybe
you just gotta keep beating the pavement. I like how throughout the whole conversation you've been just telling me like how aligned everything is and how people meet somebody and you just get connected to them. How big is like your faith and your journey? Because it sounds like you got a little halo over you. Very touched. God is blessing you a lot. So
for sure, I definitely believe in a higher energy and a higher spirit due to the fact that it is the way things align in my life. The things, even the bad things that I've been through, the bad things kind of put me into the good situations, which was kind of weird. But I got some crazy stories. You'll probably be like, yo, that happened, and then that happened. Like, yeah. So it's just, I'm definitely big on that because I grew up with faith. So, and also I understand that once you believe, like, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you because that brings in all the energy, and everything you need just comes from a belief.
Hallelujah. God is good.
All praise to the Most High.
Amen. Yeah. Now, before we wrap out of here, you said you're working on Roddy Ricch, but anything else you got going on that we can support you with? I know the movie is coming out, but anything personal from you we can be like, okay?
Of course. I'm working on a project now with one of my co-artist friends, dogs, homies. His name is Indiana Rome. We're working on a EP right now. I'm also working with this artist named D3, with TML. He's like really, 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 really good. Young artist, but really good. I'm working on this artist, my lead artist. I'm working. I want to say it, but I'll tell you off camera.
Can't give that to you.
You know how some situations be so big, it be like they don't want you to announce nothing or anything. But yeah, just a lot of good stuff on the way.
Any beats you got you can play us real quick before we get up out of here?
Yeah.
We're going to see. Okay, I'm going to slide out so he can play us some beats real quick. Hold on, y'all.
This is EDM.
I can feel it.
Yeah. I did this with a DJ in Spain. I did this record with a DJ in Spain, and it's I also speak Spanish to me. Something of D3 who I told you about.
This is exclusive, y'all. This is exclusive, okay?
This is crazy. Is it this one? Okay. Hold on, let me see the right one. Yeah, it's the right one. You don't wanna get that top shit. Every time you out, you wanna put me on that block list. You said he did you wrong, so we gon' put him on a hop list. You said I turned you on, the way I put up in that fly shit. Let me show you the type of timing I'm on. Codes to the safe and all the diamonds I own. 12 in the morning, you was calling my phone. If you know one thing, you know I'ma do the dash for you. You know I invest up in your image and get cash to you. You don't like the way your hip set up my ass for you. Gotta keep it with me, she my gangster, she be on that time. Blowing on my phone, how you mad? Cause I was chasing dollars. She told me be direct, but I got rich up off these check deposits. 100 roses in a black truck, when you in it, you feel safe inside it. Girl, you know this shit for life with us, and you know ain't no way around it. I just hope you call my phone late at night. It's crazy how my own shit. Got my heart on the street. Got me coming back for more. Shawty, you my everything. Take down what you mean to me. Push down 48 grand. But that's one of the records. That's one of the great big record we just did, and they gonna keep me on the hook. So,
Okay, y'all. So we just heard 2 amazing beats, records. Got in your Spanish bag, your hip hop bag, your R&B bag. So you have so much coming up that we can support you with. Let everybody know where they can follow you at and how they can stream your music.
So you all can find me right now. I haven't switched my name yet on all my DSPs, but Vega Heartbreak at everything, and I have a website, vegaheartbreak.com. And yeah, just stay tuned, man. At ILuvYouVega on Instagram. I did change my Instagram.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Always relevant. Thank you so much, Miss China. I appreciate you so much.
Of course. Thank you.